always some kind of incident, so to speak, going on in the Genshin Impact community. You guys remember that Project Lumine thing that I talked about before, where they have this goal of trying to get Lumine in more official art, official media, basically? They said they have like a PR or a marketing team or something like that, and they're going to make petitions and basically like get Hoyoverse, I almost said Hoyo, get Hoyoverse now to listen to them and to, like I said, get Lumine in more official stuff. And I mentioned in my coverage of Project Lumine that I can certainly sympathize with their situation and their goal. I just questioned if their approach was really the best one. Well, things just got more complicated because over on Twitter, there's a bunch of people now accusing the founder, the creator of Project Lumine, accusing them of being a transphobe. For example, check out this tweet from last night from Lumine City with over 1,000 likes.
Content warning: transphobia LRT Kunilai is a turf that openly supports J.K. Rowling. I don't like exposed tweets, but transphobies should not be allowed a platform, ever. Please do not engage with this person. Transphobies need to be deplatformed, not given the attention they want. Someone that says they stand with J.K. Rowling despite the dehumanizing things she's said is not worth arguing with. Block her and move on. I just woke up, but to those of you that are still seeing this, please don't get the entirety of Project Lumine involved in this. This is only about Kunilai, no one else.
Let me also mention that I'm not 100% sure if this Kennelly person is the sole creator / sole founder of Project Lumine. Some people say they are the lead mod. I don't know if that also means creator. And other people are claiming that they are indeed the creator / founder. As you saw, there was a question about this Quinny person also running the account. I'm not sure what their involvement in the account is, but they did issue this statement.
For those of you who informed me about mod in the Lumine project. To be clear, I certainly don't support TERF and JK. I'm not one of team who run the project, just a Lumine player who wants her promo for Lumine players. I'm plan to do my own separate project soon from Thai base. To be honest, I am now deeply saddened and disappointed. I'm really stressed out right now. Allow new project account.
So there does seem to be a new account for a new Project Lumine movement, one that's branching off from the original movement. However, this time I won't be showing the account in my video, and I also won't be linking any ats in my video description. Both that Lumine City person as well as that Quinny person have me blocked on Twitter, so I don't think they'd appreciate my promoting of the new account anyways. Furthermore, after I did promote the old account, well, even then, some Project Lumine supporters were upset at me completely misrepresenting my coverage. And even the Project Lumine account run by Kennelly was making it seem like my coverage was negative or something. So for all of those reasons, I'm not even going to take that approach in this video. I'm not going to be linking anything, no ads, none of that. This whole situation seems like a gigantic mess anyways, so here's the news, and I'm just going to stick with giving you the news. So, the next thing that I'm going to show you, and I think it's something you're going to want to see, is a response, a statement issued by Kennelly, the original Project Lumine person. Before that, though, let's have a brief discussion about these Genshin Impact movements. Question to you guys, kind of a rhetorical question, but I'm still curious what you'll say in the comments. Why do these Genshin Impact movements, community movements, always seem to just fall right on their face, fail spectacularly, fall on their face right in front of a row of stairs, a steep row of stairs, and flopping down each one, bang, bang, bang. You know, the first video I ever made on the Genshin Impact community was talking about the hashtag boycott Genshin Impact movement. I'm sure some of you, maybe most of you, maybe all of you, remember that situation. This was such a hilarious thing, man. Groups of people, thousands of people on Twitter, saying that they were going to boycott Genshin Impact. Again, making a hashtag boycott Genshin Impact, because the game was allegedly racist, etc., etc. Do you know what happened? Oh yeah, I'm sure you know. It failed. But it didn't just fail. It failed instantly. Instantly. I'm not even talking about like the next day or so, which would still be pretty crazy. No, I'm talking about instantly, literally instantly, because nobody actually boycotted Genshin Impact. They were just making a bunch of tweets talking about boycotting the game, and nobody actually boycotted the game. The entire movement became a joke. The best part is that it became an international joke. For example, there were people trying to say that the game was offensive to Indonesians. Indonesians united together laughing at the people saying that, mocking them. People also tried to say that the game was like offensive to Russians because they were saying like the Fatui, they are Russians and the Russians are the villains and this is like racist towards Russians or something. What happened was a bunch of Russians started laughing at those people. The whole thing, as I said it multiple times now, was a gigantic freaking joke. And now where are we with Project Lumine? Oh, founders a transphobe. Let's not support them. Let's can the whole thing and now branch off and do this other thing. I wonder how well that's going to go. You think it's going to succeed? It might, to be fair, it might. However, prior precedent would indicate that it won't. It's fallen apart once already now. The whole boycott movement failed, as we already discussed. It just raises some questions. Questions like, perhaps these people's time and energy would be better spent just enjoying the game itself instead of always trying to find something problematic in the community or someone to try and cancel. Maybe you should use that time and mental energy for things like schoolwork or your job, paying bills, things like that. And then using your free time to actually enjoy Genshin Impact instead of, again, complaining about problematic things in the game or trying to cancel people that you dislike personally in the community. Backing that point up even further is not just prior precedent of failed incidents, but also successful ones. Remember the whole anniversary thing that went on where a lot of people were unhappy with Hoyoverse? Well, ultimately, all that backlash seems like it did end up giving players better rewards. Now, there is an argument to make saying that Hoyoverse had these better rewards planned from the beginning. However, the timing was rather suspicious and all that, so it does seem questionable. Ultimately, who really knows for sure? But for argument's sake, let's say that all the backlash that Hoyoverse got really ended up with better rewards for the players in Genshin Impact. Well, do you think it's a coincidence that the only successful movement that ever happened in Genshin Impact was one that actually affected things directly in-game? I don't think that is coincidence. I think it's because so many people actually cared about that. They cared about things that affected the gameplay itself. And you look at who really cares about this Twitter stuff, who really cares about these problematic things, this Twitter policing, this fake activism. And it really is just an extremely small group of people that seem to get nowhere. And if anything, ultimately, they just end up destroying each other anyways, like we're seeing right now with Project Lumine and Project Lumine 2.0 or whatever. And don't take this as me siding with either side of Project Lumine. As I mentioned already, I never really had much to do with this stuff, and I'm glad, especially now, because the whole thing seems like a giant mess that, once again, I want nothing to do with. These are simply the observations of a third party looking from the outside in. And now here's Canelli's statement. Then we'll wrap this thing up.
Imagine being called homophobic because of not shipping something or called transphobic for saying trans PPL shouldn't harass, death/rape threats, even rad. Theme being called this while being supportive of LGBT, sheltering gay and trans people in my flat, speaking out for LGBT etc. Nobody has the right to attack /death thread, not straight, not LGBT and not libfem or radfem. Nobody, no matter your nationality, sexuality, gender, anything, death threats are unacceptable. And I won't take these words back even if I know they'd be misinterpreted, used for spreading hate against me. However, I will block people who spread hate and slander. I hope later they'll realize it's not a good thing to insult, lie about and harass people.
Reception to Canelli's statement seems a bit split. You have some people supporting her, and others still upset with her and trying to cancel her or whatever. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'll see you there. And also, of course, in the next segment.